All right, welcome back to Market Day Report. I am Scott Shellady, otherwise known as the Cow Guy, if you can't tell. Let's take a look and see what the markets are doing. They haven't been doing that much today. That's the spoiler. But we'll see what we got going on in corn. We were up about 3/4 to a penny last time we were there, and we've come off a little bit. Look, March is only up one tick. It's a 1/4 cent. Boy, there's nothing going on. 665.5 is last. We were at 465.5 is last. We were at 466 the last time we were on air. So now we're just about one tick higher. May is sharply unchanged right behind it, and we've lost about a tick across the board when we go out the deferred. So we can say that that is a big nothing burger. How about soybeans? What's happening there? We were lower, and we still are. March is up 10.5 cents, but it hasn't moved. 1266.5 is last there. Penny and a half off the low of the day. We're 9.25 cents lower in the May. 1275.75. So that's still the same. What about wheat? Wheat in Chicago, that's higher here, 7.5 cents. So that's all right, right? 607.75 is last. 2.25 cents off the high of the day. We've had almost a 19-cent range. Actually, yeah, almost. May is up 5.75 cents to 618.75, and that's about 2.5 cents off that high too. So that's not a bad wheat board in Chicago. Kind of healthy, but only up between say 3 and 7 cents across the board. How about the hard red? Well, it's up about a penny. March is up a penny and a quarter to 622.75. We got May up a penny to 625.25 now, up a penny and 3/4. Not bad. Those markets, they got an okay ranges, about 14 cents maybe. And we're up again about a penny and a quarter to the good side. That's March trading 622.75, and that's the hard red wheat in Kansas City. Move along to the spring wheat. What's happening there? Well, we're half cent higher in that March contract, 709 even, and we're about 3.75 cents off the high of the day there. And I guess we could say we've had almost a 10-cent range, 9.75 cents. How about that? May's down a quarter, though, so nothing going on. March is up a half, May down a quarter. 718.5 is last in May spring wheat. How about cotton? What's happening in the cotton market? 32 points lower there. 80.61 is last, 53 points from the low. Let's bring in our next guest analyst, coming all the way to us from, I think he's in Valparaiso, Indiana, but that's going to be Tommy Grisafi with Advanced Trading, good friend of Market Day Report and the Cow Guy Close. Tommy, thanks for being on.
Thank you, Scott. We are live, right? We're on live TV.
Yep.
Thought we're having a production problem. I could say anything. I'm sure there's a 7-second delay or something.
Right.
Hey, you know what I can say is we were on Tuesday, and I told you maybe I'd have better news for you on Thursday. And on Tuesday, when I was on the show, I said, don't worry so much where the market's open for the beginning of the year, but where are they going to close the week? And corn and wheat are starting to go back up a little bit and looking a little better. Beans still struggling. Now, we just received an email from research that some of the cash markets I told you that were hot in the beans are starting to soften up. So not only do you have the futures going down, but up in Dakotas and whatnot, some of the basis bids for beans have widened out. So quite a few beans have come to the market. One thing I did want to say, and it's going to sound sarcastic and condescending, I guess that's why you have people like me on the show, but when we're running out of things, we magically the whole world's running out. But when things start to drop, they magically show up again, whether it be uranium or corn or beans or wheat. When the price goes up, there's just nothing and nobody has any for sale. But when the price starts to go down and go down hard, it magically shows up. And there's just an overall hoarding effect in commodities and when people get caught long. So I'm not looking in the camera and saying the American farmers caught long grain. I'm looking in the camera and saying the whole world is caught long grain. And I'll give you something actionable. You watching, you who tuned in for this little segment, what are you going to do to get in control of both old crop bushels and new crop bushels? Back to you, Scotty boy.
Well, you go ahead and tell them. What should they be doing? I mean, are you telling them to get rid of their old crop stuff and maybe buy options?
Stop right there. I'll talk from here. I got it. Okay, so what you should do is get in control of 23. Before we can move to 24, we need to move to 23. But get in control. If that means make a cash sale and buy some options, that's fine. If that means set a floor, you could use some week 2 options. PJ did a little special with me the other day talking about the big action in week 2 options. They will expire the day of the report. So if you want to put a small Band-Aid on a big problem, that would work. It'll only buy you a week and a half of time. Now, when it comes to 24, we have carries. Get a floor set, even if you're using a May short-dated option. That will get you through January, February, and March. That'll get you through the crop report in January. It'll get you through February price insurance level, and it'll get you through that acreage report. You asked for solutions. I got answers for you, soldier. Let's take a commercial break.
That's a great one. I'm assuming you mean buying puts in those short dated, right? That was what you're going
Yeah,
for.
did I say calls?
No, you didn't. You said buy some.
I was so excited. But yes, it's buying a put. Now
Yeah.
there's and that's a beautiful thing about the CME group. You can write the insurance policy for the time
Exactly
you
right.
need.
Exactly right. All right, stay right there. We're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk more with Tommy Grisafi, Advanced Trading. We'll be right back after this. All right, let's talk some meats here. This is the livestock section, right? Proteins, whatever you want to call them. Let's take a look at the price because that's the most important thing. And I've got live cattle pulled up here because the production studio told me to do that, and I'm a dutiful. I follow directions well. Let's go to the start at. I guess we'll go to Fab. That's 85 cents lower to 171.02 now, and we're only about 32 cents off the low of the day there. Trading kind of heavy as we speak, but still nothing. I don't want to get too out of order over my skis. We're 52 cents lower in the April, 174.22. But I can just tell we're quiet. I mean, look at the ranges. We've had a $1 range in April, and what have we had in Feb? Just over $1.20. So not a lot going on here, folks. 45 cents lower in June, 171.52. All right, move along. That's live cattle. Let's see what the feeders have got in store for us. They've got a little bit more of a loss, but they're also much higher in price, right? Jan's down $1.15 at 224.92, but we don't care about that as much as March. March is down $1.07, now $1.12. 225.90s last there, and that's 50 cents off the low. So feeder cattle, about $1 to $1.30 off when you go across the board there. And then finally, let's take a look at lean hogs, and we'll bring back in our esteemed guest. We've got Feb up $2.75. That's good, right? 68.05s last. That's only 7 cents off the high of the day, and that's a good one to end on. We'll get back into our next guest, or our guest analyst, who's been so patiently waiting in the wings. That's going to be Tommy Grisafi. Tommy, thanks for sticking around. All right. What do you think about these cattle and hog prices?
I like cattle. We had orders to sell cattle if they were up 50 cents, $1 on the day. We almost hit it. We didn't get it. We have some clients who have some orders up there. These are the new levels of cattle. So we were what felt really overbought, and then we went to really oversold. These are the levels cattle are trading. A lot of cattle trade on the cash market every week, but my coworker Brady Huck went to an auction yesterday, and he watched 3,500 cattle go through the chute, and those are the prices. So you have a cash market, a futures market, and you have choices you could do on that. Now, the hog picture is not so pretty. Sure, it's great to see the fronts up. Doesn't surprise me in the sense that market's way oversold. But when you look at the June months, that's that big quarter to be profitable for the year. Sometimes people raise hogs for the whole year, and they'll only make profit one quarter. That's usually those summer months. So I'm much more concerned on the summer months than what we're doing with the volatility in the front. But hey, it's an up day, and we'll take it. I'll be a cheerleader, although I don't look good in a skirt.
All right. Thank you very much. A skirt in your mother's basement, by the way, too. All right. Thanks for that, Tommy. Tommy Grisafi coming to us from Advanced Trading in Valparaiso. Bring it back here in Nashville and give it over to you, Suzanne.